So hello friends and followers, this is Nurses Talking and I am Dale Barzy. And so this afternoon I have two very young, very innovative and very passionate young nurses with me today. I have Jennifferre Mancillas and Anthony Scarpone Lambert. And I'm going to let Jennifferre and Anthony just tell you all about themselves because, they have a lot to say and a short time to say it in. So let's start with you, Anthony, if you just introduce yourself to everyone for me.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Scarpone Lambert. I'm a graduating nursing student at the University of Pennsylvania, as well as a Hillman Scholar in Nursing Innovation. I'm also the co-founder and CEO of Lumify Care, which has been so fun, and we're so excited to tell you more about it today. I love nursing, and I love nursing entrepreneurship, so very grateful for the opportunity to talk about it more.
Good. And Jennifferre?
Yes. Hey, everyone. My name is Jennifferre Mancillas. I am a registered nurse at a Valley Children's Hospital in California. I work in the with neonates in the NICU, and I am Johnson & Johnson Nursing Innovation Fellow, as well as co-founder with Anthony for Lumify Care. Also super passionate about healthcare innovation, especially with nurse-led focus and entrepreneurship. So very encouraged by everybody being able to listen to our story a little bit and hopefully know that it's attainable for them and excited to share.
Exactly. So the first thing I really always want to know from this is why? Why are you a nurse? Why are you a nurse? Either one of you first.
I've always wanted to be in the healthcare profession. I think when I was really young, it was like, I want to be a doctor. And then that quickly changed to really loving the humanity of nursing. And my sister had a congenital heart defect when she was born, and she was in and out of the hospitals a lot in her young life, and at the hospital I work at right now, actually. Okay. And so that was, there's always been a pull and a tie to Valley Children's and nursing and in the NICU. Yeah. And it's just really special for me to be able to come full circle and work at the hospital that she was a patient at for her short life. But yeah, my heart is nursing and I love it so much. And just it's opened up so many opportunities for me, and grateful to kind of take advantage of all of them.
It does. So Anthony, you?
So for me, I guess similar to Jennifferre, I was always the caregiver for my grandmother. Okay. Quite a few health problems, but I was, always kind of taking care of her as I was growing up. And I was also always very passionate about healthcare. Wasn't really sure where I wanted to go in the healthcare space, but I worked at a hospital in high school and was always really captivated by how nurses were really the ones kind of running the show. They were the ones engaging with patients, doing advocacy for their patients. And I just felt like there was a lot of paths that I could go in nursing, whether it was bedside nursing, whether it was going into law and policy, whether it was tech, entrepreneurship, research. I mean, there's really just unlimited opportunities for a career.
Exactly.
Nursing gave me a lot of versatility in that way. And I'm someone who actually has many interests. So I didn't want to be stuck in a career where I felt like I had to go to school forever to just focus in medicine or bedside. I wanted to have a versatility and be able to bring my perspective elsewhere, which is so powerful about nursing. Awesome. And always, quick story is on my first day of nursing school, I actually was admitted to the emergency department for an allergic reaction. It was quite the way to start nursing school because I'll never forget my nurse. She was incredible. Okay. And now I'm actually working in the emergency department as, a nurse. So it's a cool.
Would you look at that? Yeah. and I see you. So you're at the University of Pennsylvania. You're still a senior, am I correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and also you're doing the PhD. You're a PhD student at the Hillman Scholars Program. Yeah. So the University of Pennsylvania is only one of two schools in the whole country where you can do that. So was that a draw?
Yeah, I mean, I actually went to Penn not imagining myself doing the PhD program, but what I love about the Hillman program is it's very innovative and really encourages nurses to be leaders and kind of forging the future of healthcare innovation. Yeah. So once I kind of became more interested in nursing innovation, that was definitely a program I was excited to get to partake in.
Okay, so you're in Pennsylvania and Jennifferre is in California. How did you two hook up?
Yeah, for us, We actually met at a nurse hackathon that was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson back in November 2019. And we were able to kind of work together on a project there and then just move forward and really grow the idea of Lumify Care and create like a vision and a mission behind it. But that's how we met. And we're pretty interconnected as far as the nursing innovation community. We have a lot of the same connections. So it was nice to see us all kind of fit together.
Yeah. So tell me about Lumify Care, either one of you.
Yeah, I can jump in to start.
Okay.
So really what Lumify Care is, it's a nurse-led startup with the end goal of improving patient experience, but doing it from the front line. So providing the front line of healthcare with the tools and resources needed to really optimize that patient experience. And, you know, as frontline healthcare workers, one thing that Jennifferre and I were always really surprised about is how clinical environments are not conducive to comfortable patient-centered experience.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from, you know, patients can't sleep, often the number one ranked complaint by patients. You know, it's an uncomfortable place to be in a hospital. No one's ever like relaxing in a hospital. Just
in the first place.
Oh, it's so comfortable and I'm healing and I'm relaxed. So as from the healthcare workers, we were always kind of surprised by this because, you know, when we think about a hospital and a healthcare facility, you would imagine that they are places that are comfortable and that they're places that people can heal quickly and effectively, but oftentimes, you know,
not really
always like that. So one of those biggest pain points we identified to improve patient experience is improving patient sleep. So we interviewed over 250 nurses to kind of identify some pain points. And one thing that came up in our research was how nurses struggle to see while providing patient care to their patient when they're sleeping, when the lights are off. And that leads nurses to turn on the bright, intrusive overhead room lights that really wake patients up. And we knew we could find a better way, and that's how Nightlight came to be. And Jennifferre, would you maybe want to tell them about Nightlight?
Yeah, absolutely. So we knew that there was an issue with nurses being able to see. And after our own experience in interviewing all the people that Anthony had mentioned, we realized that we're currently using pen lights and flashlights and our phone lights in order to illuminate a space so that we can do what we need to do and take care of our patients in low light or darkened situations. So we knew that there had to be an easier, more efficient way to make that happen. And so we created Nightlight. It is a hands-free wearable light that illuminates the space so that you can have both hands freed up to care for your patients, but we do it in a way that uses less intrusive lighting so that we are mindful of our patients' sleep. We were pretty specific about how we did that. We took inspiration from our military nurses because we know that when our military nurses are out on the combat fields and they're providing care to their comrades in low light or darkened situations, they're not using bright white light. They're using red lights or green lights or blue lights because those wavelengths, they go less distance and they're able to see that. So the same concept that we're pulling into the clinical setting. So we want healthcare workers to be able to see and then not be seen and disrupt their patients. So we were very mindful about what colors we were using and what we incorporated into our Nightlight. So we have a red light that's really great for our night vision mode. It helps preserve your night vision. It makes it easier for your eyes to adjust from light to dark and dark to light situations. And the wavelengths go less distance. So it's great for minimizing sleep disruptions and doing things like reading or assessing something quickly. And then we have the white light version. That's like our normal mode. It's just for that second layer of assessment. So if you're needing to identify certain color fluid or what have you, that's available for you. And then the third color option or mode option is our active motion, our blue light option. And so our blue light has been known to promote alertness and awareness because it helps to block melatonin production. So the same reason they tell you not to be on your phone before you go to bed, but super great for night shift healthcare workers who are wanting to kind of perpetuate that wake cycle when they are charting, when they're looking for supplies, when they're doing things that kind of keep them stationary and can help them see, but still help them keep themselves alert. In addition, we are super mindful also of knowing that a product is a product, but if we can go ahead and pull in educational and social components to all the products that we offer, that is something special and unique to Lumify Care. So each one of our products has a QR code that frontline healthcare workers can scan to get tips and tricks on how to improve patient wellness and healing and sleep, as well as their own. And then we have a Unite Care social community where members can go ahead and offer peer-to-peer support with one another, and we can really foster and engage with people and really foster a culture of sleep wellness for patients and for themselves. So it's been really fun to kind of create each of one of those little platforms and have a cohesive solution to a problem that was so experienced by so many.
Indeed. So in addition to the Unlight, what other products do you have?
So far, this is actually our first product.
Okay.
We're focused on bringing our Nightlight to market. We're launching it right now, so we've been hyper-focused. But that being said, within a year or so, we definitely see ourselves coming out with a couple new products and perhaps even some additional versions of our Nightlight. This is really just starting.
Nightlight.
Correct.
Okay, so I mispronounced it. I said Unlight. Nightlight. So
Unite, as in uniting nurses. Yeah.
Awesome. So where can people get it?
Yeah, sure. People can go to our website, just lumifycare.com, Lumify Care, and they can get it now. So yeah, we're super excited to be launching, getting it out into the world. We're just starting to send out orders. So we've been collecting pre-orders for about a month now. So we're excited to actually now be starting to ship out all of our products. They come in this cute little mailer, which I can grab over there in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, really getting this out into the world.
Oh, I that's just so awesome. I'm so looking forward to seeing people using it. You know, I'm semi-retired, semi being the word. I thought I was retired, but I guess nurses never really do. So, so I'm retired. So I'm looking forward to seeing people using it. So, I know you're in pediatrics and you're still a student nurse. Where do you see yourself? I'm going to ask the question everyone asks is like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, wonderful question, Dale. I mean, for me, it's growing Lumify and really growing the business and how impactful it is. I mean, we will still stay obviously connected to nursing because that's what makes us so genuine in our approach to problem solving, but definitely growing Lumify to be an international presence and really turning the lights on in areas of the world that are dark, that don't have access to light, and having our future products be just as genuine and impactful as the start of Lumify Care. So excited about our scale and our future.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have said it any better. Same here. Looking forward to building and scaling Lumify, creating other products, and definitely taking our mission globally. As Jennifferre said, we have a big social impact component to our business, where we donate lights to healthcare facilities that lack electricity. We're working with our first nonprofit partner, the Global Nurse Foundation, which is helping us supply lights to 7 health clinics in sub-Saharan Africa that lack sustainable electricity. So we're really excited to, I think, just continue that mission and improve patient experience globally by supporting frontline healthcare workers.
Really awesome. So Anthony, I in reading about you, I know that you were a child actor.
Yeah.
So how do those skills translate into nursing?
Wow, that's a really good question. Also, Dale, bravo for doing your research. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think my background in performing arts definitely parallels a lot of the work I do today, both in nursing and with Lumify Care and building a business. In performing arts, at a very young age, I was juggling a full-time job with school and with other commitments. So I think in one regard, just the aspect of juggling a lot of things in life, I think has always been a skill that I've had from performing arts. And then I think secondly, it's just really this idea of like improvisation and thinking on your You know, when you're performing on Broadway, there's sometimes technical difficulties, or someone misses a line, or something happens, or you kind of have to improv. I'll never forget one specific moment when I was in Mary Poppins, the musical, and the big set, like the big house that is on stage, it actually never came onto stage, and it was supposed to. So we had to improvise for like 2 minutes while they were fixing the technical difficulty. And, you know, that kind of involves this level of creativity and thinking on your feet and staying calm under pressure. All of which are skills that I've utilized in nursing, you know, working at the emergency department, and then also in building Lumify Care. So I think it's a lot of things. Definitely, you know, building Lumify, just having that creativity and that passion, and you know, being able to pitch.
He's so good at it, Dale. He's so good at it.
Jennifferre is just as theatrical. Trust me.
Oh, are you not? Are you hiding something, Jennifferre?
No, absolutely not. No hidden talent.
So what do you do to relax?
I have a 7-year-old, so that word is a little foreign to me. Relax. But no, I spend a lot of time with him and my family, and then do Lumify and then nursing also. So it stays busy. But I mean, if you love what you do, then it doesn't truly feel like work and a whole bunch of effort. So I think that that's kind of where we are. We're super passionate and grateful to be in the space that we're working in, and find like joy in that in itself. So it's just, it's really special.
Yeah. And I'm getting that from both of you, that, you know, none of this is a job. You know, it all comes from somewhere deep inside of you, that you bring it into part of who you are. And you talk about things like joy and comfort and all of those kinds of things, which resonates with me. It's awesome. So Anthony, I have one more question for you. You have to tell me about this dancing thing. I see it's one of your passions.
It is, yeah. I mean, that was really the answer to your question about how I relax. Definitely through dancing, and it's something I'm super passionate about. I've always, you know, been a dancer and have done dance classes my whole life, obviously being in performing arts, but it's my way of staying active as well. Like, I'm in a dance group that, you know, puts on shows and things, and it's just like a really great stress reliever, and also a good workout, especially after a long, busy day. But yeah, I think, as Jennifferre said, you know, for us, you know, it doesn't really ever feel like work. It's just such an exciting journey. But yeah, we do try to have some dance breaks throughout our busy schedule.
You know, when I speak to nurses, it's something I always ask, because we tend to want to go 24/7 and forget that self-care is important. We really need to stop and take care of ourselves in some way.
Yeah, so true, Dylan. One thing we try to do too is, as we're sending our to-do list for the week, we'll actually include, like, on our to-do list, like, spend time with family, like take 15 minutes out of your day to, like, you know, relax or meditate or journal or reflect, because it is so true. I think, especially for Jennifferre and I, as we do still work clinically part of the week, it can be, you know, just like mentally draining to, you know, be caring for patients, and then, you know, caring for our business as well. So taking that time is just super important, and I'm glad that you asked that, because sometimes it's too easy to forget to build that.
It is easy to forget. And you know, I came to that realization, you know, quite some time ago, and I started calling those 15 minutes that you carve out for yourself, I started calling it Sabbath, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, because that really is what it is. It's just that 15 minutes of rejuvenation or meditation or quietness or dancing or whatever it is, just to fill you up a little bit.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm really happy that you're doing that, because that's important. So, any stories you want to share before we go?
Ooh.
Nurses always have stories.
Nurses always have stories.
Yes.
Mine are all appropriate.
I say, people, just be mindful of HIPAA. And you can say
I can share a quick story about Lumify Care. I think one of the, well, there's been a lot of moments that I feel like have made this journey so special. whether it's like a nurse influencer, like, you know, people in the nursing space that have, you know, shared about our product and, you know, have said such nice things. Like, to us, that's always just been so fulfilling, and getting reached out to by nurses and patients like, across the world it's just so fulfilling, because it really, it shows that this is such like a global problem, and our solution definitely is like very simple but impactful. It, you know, it's not like we're reinventing the wheel. Like, it really is a simple innovation, but I think that makes it super powerful, especially for healthcare. But one thing that I thought was super cool is, on my first day working in the emergency department, most of the nurses on the unit had already known about Nightlight and had gotten their order in.
Okay.
And I thought that was such a touching moment that people like knew about it and the word was getting out there. So it's really exciting to see that. And for me, as I think a nurse and just like an entrepreneur, kind of seeing your project or idea or in your, you know, something you always thought and worked so hard at for all of months, like come to life, and then actually see nurses talking about it and excited about it has been probably super, it's just been one of the most fulfilling things my whole life, honestly. So I encourage all of the nurses out there to, you know, we all have our DIY ideas. I see nurses all the time doing these DIY things, and so many of those are the best ideas and really can make such impact. So I encourage you to, you know, go for it and realize the power that you have as a nurse to build something that's innovative.
Yeah, and to make change. And, you know, that was one of the ideas that sparked, or at least that was put forward when 2020 was, you know, declared the year of the nurse and the midwife. That really was one of the basic ideas, that nurses are a bridge to just about every other part of healthcare, and we influence so much. You know, you're the one people come to ask questions and to do this and to fix that and all of this kind of thing. So I'm so happy that you two are just thinking globally, and stepping out there and doing something about the hang-ups that you see in this. So I wish you two so much success. Really, I do. I hope that at some point you don't get too big to talk to me anymore.
Oh no. That's what I think about you. Nurses talking is so cool.
That, and you know, that thinking globally, that was one of the reasons I wanted to do this, is because I had the good fortune to, I live in the United States now. I used to live in the United Kingdom. I am from the Caribbean, and I had the good fortune of working in all those three places. And what I know is that while nursing is basic, it's not necessarily the same everywhere. And so I kind of wanted to share those experiences, and plus highlight the opportunities that this, you know, profession has to offer. So
that's so beautiful. And we're so grateful that you reached out to us and wanted to chat about us and our story, and let us kind of use your platform to encourage others towards the space of nursing innovation and entrepreneurship. And just very thankful to you for this time.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. And again, much success to you.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate the opportunity.
You're more than welcome.